So here we are, Barrett 2020. This will be my 20th year of Barrett Junction. Here's some of the boards I've been riding for the last 20 years. Well, I'll start with my favorite skateboard ever. This is a board that Sector 9 no longer makes, and it's super beat up, but this board's been with me for a long time. This is my favorite skateboard. This is a TVS board. It was a team TVS board. So this was after Gary had made the drop-through boards, and as far as I knew, it's either he or Quebec that came out with the first drop-through production board. And this was kind of like the same sort of silhouette, same shape, but it came from this board. This was Gary Hardwick's board. This was his pro model through TVS. He made himself a pro model. And he did a fire extinguisher with icebergs coming out of it because he was sick of all the flames, team dregs.
Oh, okay.
So this was kind of
that's
a dig
awesome.
at him.
Oh my God, that's cool.
No joke. So this board, I got this on my 18th birthday here at Barrett. I came out to Barrett for my 18th birthday, and Gary sold this to me for like $30. So this was pretty cool. When I was really into Team TVS. I thought dregs was sick, and this is when I started to ride with Gary and Rick and some of the Rogers Bros. And shortly after is when I got on Team TVS, and one of the coolest moments of my life. So yeah. So this board was born from that. This one's concave. It's pretty stiff. It's got a tiny bit of a tail. Gary always wanted a tail, that way he could kind of kick turn around at the start line or get to where he needed to be.
What are the trucks?
These are Randall Comp 2s.
Comp 2 what?
Comp 2 downhills.
Stand-up trucks.
Oh yes, stand-up trucks.
Those are not Randall Loose trucks.
No, and they're speedboard trucks or stand-up trucks. But yeah, these are what we were riding back in the day. 35-degree base plate. I've got some Venom bushings in here.
Oh, since when?
Well, since I set it up.
Okay.
Yeah, back then I used to just the trucks that were in it. They were these squishy black Randall trucks.
That was Danny's
bushings.
trucks.
Woof.
And so, yeah, this would have been the ideal setup.
Right, that was state of the art, 2002.
Yes.
All right, so we heard about this board a little bit when we were chatting last night.
Yes. This was my first speed board. The reason I say that is because when I first got into downhill, I went and watched the guys in '98 at Mammoth just totally kill it. I thought it was amazing. And the only thing I knew by seeing what I saw was they were a little shorter and they were very stiff. So I thought because this was 11 plies or however many it is, I was like, dude, it's going to be stiff. It's going to be a good speed board.
You can totally see how crooked the truck holes are.
So that's what we were talking about. I just kind of mounted the back ones and then just drilled. And so yeah, that board used to track funny, but it was the first board I ever went fast on. It had the 35-degree base plates, but not the floating axle trucks is what I set it up with originally. And so yeah, that was the board I rode for a while. From there I went to a TVS board, and at the same time was riding a dragged race board.
So what's this black one?
So this black one, this was a board from a company called Afro Man, and that was through Eric Lee. He hooked me up. This is a sticker from going to a skate shop in Mexico, in Tecate. This is from being out here in Barrett, going to Tecate with Rick Clutie and Reed Lowry.
Oh man.
And we found a skate shop, and I just asked for a sticker, and they were very happy to oblige. So I've been rocking that sticker for a very long time. But anyhow.
So how many of those do they make?
How many of these boards?
Yeah.
I'd say maybe a couple dozen.
All right, Danny Connor Pro Model.
Well, no. This was an Eric Lee Pro model.
Oh.
I was working at the skate shop at the time, so I just spray painted it black.
Okay, you made your own pro model.
The skate shop owner, he owned a screen printing company also. And so we came up with this scheme. The skate shop was latitude 35.
Okay.
So lat 35, and then Eric didn't incorporate any of the features that I wanted, so I routed the edges. Well, I didn't know how to do it.
I see, but you rounded them over. They were square.
No, they were just round.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was just round edges. So I routed because I wanted that. I like that feeling of that sharp, crisp corner. So I said, "Can you just router the edges?" And so he did. And
man, that might have been one of the first downhill boards with sharp rails.
Put wheel wells in it.
Maybe the first.
No, because the Dregs boards.
Okay.
They're sharp.
All right.
And that's where I got the idea. So yeah, I did this, spray painted it, put that pro model on there.
Well, it looks pro because it got screen printed.
Yeah.
So which Sector 9 board is this?
So this is the second board I ever got from Sector 9. Victor made this by hand.
You gave the first one to Clutie Jr.
The first board I got, I think it was around a 36. It was probably, down here somewhere in length. I gave it to Clutie Jr. He chopped it up and made it weird, but cool. No biggie. So yeah, I had this board for a long time. This is the board Sector gave to me. I used to come out here and train at Barrett, and I took this one to Sully, and this is the one I got second at Sully behind Chris Chappett with. So that's why we thought this was a cool sticker. It says Tijuana to Vancouver.
Cool.
Barrett. Barrett to Canada. But yeah, this is when Sector 9 had maybe a dozen of these just kind of sitting up in a shelf somewhere. When Victor would make them by hand, and downhill guys would kind of come to Sector and say, "Hey, can I get a board?" And this is way before production speedboards for Sector 9.
Let me see the top.
May I dump info?
Yeah, for sure.
This is the 38 race deck with the coveted Phoenix graphic. This is like they only made like 5 of these ones, and a lot of them died. But the 38 was the Rob Molt, and the 42 was the Danny Connor. They were the first two, besides Daryl, they were the first two downhill riders on the team, pretty much.
Yeah, and Victor used to actually get kind of pissed about that because he was the one that made them.
Right, it was like his idea.
But it was Rob riding this one, and I said, you know what, at that point I was riding bigger wheelbases, so this is the second board. Hey guys,
also,
can I get a longer board? And so they
29-inch wheelbase, unheard ofly small for the time. Why would you ride 29-inch wheelbase? That's ridiculous. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But also, just a little the step rail, that's a Victor thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
With
trick.
the router, yeah, that's like if you had a race deck but it didn't have the step rail, it wasn't a Victor one.
Yeah.
It was a Dennis one.
Dude, I was so dumb
Dennis did it too.
that when I won Benelli, I got a 42-inch Sector 9 race.
Yeah.
And I rode it a little bit. But it was too valuable. I was like, I know this is worth money on Silverfish. I sold it. No idea who I sold it
$100 for
to.
my beat up one from Fifi, and people were like, why would you spend $100 on a 9-ply? And like even today's standards, $100 for
the goddamn millennials don't know about the Sector 9 race deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat the fuck out of this thing. Obviously.
I have all your other ones, and they're beat to fuck too.
I think these are probably crashes into, something.
Ugh.
I don't remember them, but,
They happened.
Those are earned. That's not just throwing your board in the back of a truck kind of thing. But yeah, and then, obviously the Sector 9 boards, like Max was talking about, they gave me a longer version. I don't have that board. Victor, I left it at Sector 9 and Victor gave it to somebody else. I'm still bitter about that, honestly.
And yeah, again, my bad, because I have all the other ones that would be on here right now.
Well, no, there's still others, but, this is where social media comes in, and when, this is all easily accessible stuff to see pictures of those boards. But
right.
This is stuff that, you're not going to find pictures of.
Right, the only pictures of this stuff is on your table right
Yeah, there
here.
are no pictures of TVS boards.
Bull 2001, and this is kind of when the Canadian contingent came down to the States, and here's Tom Edstrand, the owner, CEO, Billy Badass of Landyachts. This is when Landyachts was first coming to fruition, and there's Stryker.
Right.
Stryker knew nothing about downhill. He was just a full-blown punk rocker that fell in love with bombing hills. And that race, somehow they let him race amateur status or something, and he had pads duct taped onto his jeans, and every single time there was a hard left and you're going into it about 50, he just went straight into the bales. Didn't even try. Just boom, exploded the bales. So Rob LeBlanc, Danger Base starter, Fast Freddy, I think he gave Rick Clutie his first pro model. Chris Chappett is in this picture, and Jody Wilcox from our friend from Sully. So yeah, this is us checking the hill out. It was super imperative to them that we walk the entire hill, every athlete. A street luge guy named Jono was kind of the officiator for that event, and he had recently broke his foot off, basically, at the St. George race in Utah. Just the season before that, his foot was hanging on by a flap of skin.
Ugh.
Literally, there's footage of him crashing into the bales. His foot just folds over. It's disgusting. So he was like, "Look at my leg. This is what can happen." We're all like, "Dude, we get it." But we had to walk the entire hill. So yeah, this is just some footage or pictures of us walking the hill, checking out every little thing. Oh, here's a podium. Chris Chappett, Eli Smouse, Gary Hardwick, Lee Dancy with his daughter. I believe that would have been the 4-man event. Because I think Chris won the year after. This is me crashing. That's Aaron Pass crashing also. This is Eli Smouse negotiating the corner like you should. George Orton in the back. I went to foot brake and my board just shot out and it took him out. George came to me at the bottom and said, "That was all bad, boys. We shouldn't be doing stuff like that." You know?
Because George Orton would have been old as fuck at this point.
Well,
George Orton was pro in the 70s.
I think he thought he was going to advance.
Oh, I see.
And with Red Bull there, he was signing Vans posters.
So what you're saying is that George Orton got collected by you guys.
Yes. And in my denial, and I was so naive. I was like, "No, it wasn't my fault." Aaron came up. He was crying. I think that was the first time he'd actually fallen at speed.
And first time he got slapped.
Freaked him out. But yeah, here's
that was John skating by us a minute ago.
Oh, those leathers fit him.
They look all right. Are those ones you loaned him?
Yep.
Cool. What's happening?
So yeah, here's a picture of us. These were the start ramps.
Cool.
So those doors would open like this.
Yeah.
And you'd pull off. You'd get about 2 or 3 pushes in, and then there was the right-hand turn. So, that was just us kind of. There's Eli, Gary Hardwick, Chris Chappett, cameraman. These guys setting up the event. They put a lot of money into this stuff. It was really cool, a lot of fun. So this was from 2001. John Rogers.
You said that's the moment John thought his career was over?
Correct. So Mark Golter in front. Mark Golter, fast as usual.
Yeah, he looks so crisp there.
Dude, he's very fast.
And then that's you guys chasing him.
So, yeah, we're chasing him, and there's Rick Clutie back there in the white. And so we're coming through. This is Doc's corner. Mm-hmm. See how smooth the road was?
I know.
And, there's Rob LeBlanc, Danger Base starter.
On DH race.
Yep.
Who's in front of him there?
Rick Clutie.
Okay. So who advanced from this heat?
I ended up passing John to get a third place.
Nice. Oh, so this is the finals.
This was the finals.
Nice.
And Gary Hardwick was in front.
Okay, like off the front. Sick.
Gravity Games, 2002. Riding for Afroman. Chris Chappitt gave me like 10 sets of ABEC 11 flashbacks. I had a sick new pair of Etnies.
Who's the second there?
That's Eli Smouse.
Okay.
So that's
Right with that helmet.
That's when we had those matching suits. I was wearing an Azonic helmet at the time with a custom paint job. So yeah, this is practice runs. Here's John Wadowski, and Dane Van Bommel. There's me and Billy Quinn. Billy Quinn wearing Joe DeGeniero's Aero helmet. And here's just a picture of me doing qualifying
On the Jumbotron.
Epic. This is taken from my girlfriend at the time. She took the picture. She was just hanging out, watching the event.
That's a great photo.
Yeah.
Just the way it's framed
So-
with the spectators, like the kid.
That's me, and Eli let me use his helmet, which was Jimmy Flint's,
For qualifying.
And I ran it back up to him so he could use it for his qualifying run. And here's Eli and I racing two-man.
Sick.
He beat me by board length,
On the line.
and he was so pumped about it. I was really upset. You know, to be around all these New Yorkers and these people kind of out here watching, and you know, with TV cameras and everything, it was a really big deal. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. I think that's just me during a practice run.
Pretty good form.
Yeah, except that hand dipping back.
Right.
That was a scourge of my tuck.
Pretty good.
But yeah, and then there's Eli again. We took practice run. We skated a lot together at the time. Probably another practice run. And then there's, picture of Eli.
But that's gotta be you. Or is he
No,
wearing your
that's
helmet?
Eli. Actually, I didn't run his helmet back up to him. He's wearing mine.
Oh.
I think he already took his first. I think took multiple practice runs now that I remember.
Okay.
And so I guess he just flexed every time he went across the line or tried to swoop himself up in there.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes more sense. But yeah. So yeah, Eli was wearing Etnies. I thought, hell yeah. I was working at the skate shop at the time. I'll get some Etnies too. So yeah. Eli was riding for Comet at the time.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Too.
Yeah, with Danny killing it in the wet.
Right, that photo was so cool.
And you know what? Debatably, you were the best rain rider of anybody at the time because you'd actually been places and races where you had to race in the rain.
Well, and I just didn't give a shit.
Right. But like Andrew never rode in the rain.
Right.
Favorite Andrew moment? 84 A-Cone flashbacks, best rain wheels of all time.
I think this is fourth from our dump road.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe that was the year. Let's see. Was it 2011?
I was there.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I got third or something.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's the only picture, and I made sure to post it a few times on Facebook. The only time I think I've ever crossed the line before you.
Right, I think you beat me in the semifinals or something.
And then, yeah, it was you, me, and Jimmy Flint.
Right.
And Jimmy was like 2 feet away, and he's claiming it. No, I got it. I got it.
Right. You and I advanced to the finals, and Jimmy was pissed.
Dude, come on. And he's like all pissed about it. And then we were showing him pictures, and he's like, "No, dude, I was there, dude. Whatever." Anyway, yeah.
Classic.
So yeah, this is let's see. First. That was one year that I came out. I don't know. Let's see. Was there a year on it?
Doesn't say. Just says first speedboarding outlaw.
That was the year that I won skateboarding. I won street luge. No, I'm sorry. Won the Ducati 500.
Ah, yes.
There we go. I podiumed on street luge and I podiumed on gravity bike.
Not bad.
It was just one of those times I just came out and rode everything and had fun. Donner, 2001. Am,
Sick ones.
Pikes Peak.
So did you win Pikes Peak as well?
Yes.
Okay, it just doesn't say first place on the trophy.
Yeah, well, it's gold.
Right,
It's
right. There you go.
implicated.
That makes sense.
So yeah, Pikes Peak was a trip.
That was that lower section, right? That was. It was like by the bridge. You guys had the finish line kind of by the bridge at the end, whatever it is right there. Right where the water like opens up to that lake.
I don't know.
Where's that Sully trophy?
Shit. It's gotta be in here somewhere. Hopefully.
On your most improved.
Oh, yeah. Where is most improved?
I think it's right in front of your foot there.
It's right down there.
So here's my trophy from the Sullivan Challenge in 2003.
You can't see, it says Kimberly, BC on the base of it.
This is before coast longboarding made medals, before they were bronze, silver, and gold. This is what you got for winning a Sullivan. Actually, I don't know, because Chris Chappett won that year, but I got silver. And yeah, so to me, this is as coasty as coast.
Well, so how did
longboarding
it
can
end
get.
up in this condition?
I let somebody see it. She was a very inebriated female, and she threw it in the bushes. And I said, "Yeah, check this trophy out I got." And she went, "Let me see that," and just went wham right in the bushes. And I jumped into some hedges, and I was trying to put the pieces back together. I put some in my pocket, but here's what I got now.
Still here.
Yep.
And so and then when did you get this?
This was actually here at Barrett Junction.
2002 EDI Most Improved Downhill Skateboard.
Yep.
So, did they give that out every year at Barrett, like at the beginning of the season, or like was this just like they just thought you were doing great and they wanted to tell you?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
To be honest, I didn't know they were gonna do it. They just had a megaphone, and for this year, they had like fastest qualifying time at a certain hill. They were handing out a ton of trophies, and I got most improved downhill
Skateboard.
Yeah.
Right, skate gets an S and a K.
So yeah.
Cool.
This was the first wristband I got from Sector 9.
Nice.
Probably there's some blood on it. Or barbecue sauce. One of the two. But yeah, it's the first. So that was in 03 as well.
Cool. Too.
Yeah, with Danny killing it in the wet.
Right, that photo was so cool.
And you know what? Debatably, you were the best rain rider of anybody at the time because you'd actually been places and races where you had to race in the rain.
Well, and I just didn't give a shit.
Right. But like Andrew never rode in the rain.
Right.
Favorite Andrew moment? 84 A-Cone flashbacks, best rain meals of all time.
I think this is fourth from our dump road.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe that was the year. Let's see. Was it 2011?
I was there.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I got third or something.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's the only picture, and I made sure to post it a few times on Facebook. The only time I think I've ever crossed the line before you.
Right, I think you beat me in the semifinals or something.
And then, yeah, it was you, me, and Jimmy Flint.
Right.
And Jimmy was like 2 feet away, and he's claiming it. No, I got it! I got it!
Right. You and I advanced to the finals, and Jimmy was pissed.
Dude, come on. And he's like all pissed about it, and then we were showing him pictures, and he's like, "No, dude, I was there, dude. Whatever." Anyway, yeah.
Classic.
So yeah, this is let's see. First. That was one year that I came out. I don't know. Let's see. Was there a year on it?
Doesn't say. Just says first speedboarding outlaw.
That was the year that I won skateboarding. I won street luge. No, I'm sorry. Won the Ducati 500.
Ah, yes.
There we go. I podiumed on street luge and I podiumed on gravity bike.
Not bad.
It was just one of those times I just came out and rode everything and had fun. Donner, 2001. Am.
Sick ones.
Pikes Peak.
So did you win Pikes Peak as well?
Yes.
Okay, it just doesn't say first place on the trophy.
Well, it's gold.
Right,
It's
right. There you go.
implicated.
That makes sense.
So yeah, Pikes Peak was a trip.
That was that lower section, right? That was. It was like by the bridge. You guys had the finish line kind of by the bridge, the dam or whatever it is right there. Right where the water like opens up to the lake.
I don't know.
Where's that Sully trophy?
Shit. It's gonna be in here somewhere. Hopefully.
On your most improved.
Oh yeah. Where is most improved?
I think it's right in front of your foot there.
It's right down there.
So here's my trophy from the Sullivan Challenge in 2003.
Can't see, it says Kimberly, BC on the base of it.
This is before Coast Longboarding made medals, before they were bronze, silver, and gold. This is what you got for winning a Sullivan. Actually, I don't know, because Chris Chappett won that year, but I got silver. And yeah, so to me, this is as coasty as Coast
Well, so
Longboarding
how did
can
it end
get.
up in this condition?
I let somebody see it. She was a very inebriated female, and she threw it in the bushes. And I said, yeah, check this trophy out I got. And she went, let me see that. And just went wham right in the bushes. And I jumped into some hedges. And I was trying to put the pieces back together. I put some in my pocket, but here's what I got now.
Still here.
Yep.
And so and then when did you get this?
This was actually here at Barrett Junction.
2002 EDI Most Improved Downhill Skateboard.
Yep.
So did they give that out every year at Barrett, like at the beginning of the season, or like was this just like they just thought you were doing great and they wanted to tell you?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
To be honest, I didn't know they were gonna do it. They just had a megaphone, and for this year, they had like fastest qualifying time at a certain hill. They were handing out a ton of trophies, and I got most improved downhill skate, downhill
Skateboard.
Yeah.
Right, skate gets an S and a K.
So yeah.
Cool.
This was the first wristband I got from Sector 9.
Nice.
And probably there's some blood on it. Or barbecue sauce. One of the two. But yeah, it's the first. So that was in 03 as well.
Cool.
And pull it all up.
Whose tags? Or what's the dog tag?
From the Chargers game I went to.
Sick.
Oh, Jason Lee.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was at ASR.
Nice.
We offered him some chocolate-covered pretzels, and he respectfully declined. If you've ever seen Mallrats, you know what I'm talking about.
That one's
Never
sick. The
seen
Mary Hill
Mallrats?
Trophy. Really?
God, come on, guys.
Well, when you're back in Indiana.
Shoves his hand down his ass crack, mixes it in with and then hands them out to this guy they don't like. And like 30 minutes later, the guy's running towards the bathroom.
That's rad.
Yeah, it's stupid.
So Danny, you remember? I think it was after the last one of your race. We were all like having breakfast the day after, and you were on the phone with your mom, and you're all fired up because you won the Consi. And you were telling after your maybe the last one of your race or the second to last one.
Okay.
And you're all fired up because you won the Consi, and you told your mom like, yeah, I got 5th. And she just said to you, Danny, remember when you used to win?
I remember that.
Yeah. That sounds about right up my mom's alley.
Cold. Sickest mom burn. So cold.
Yeah, that's kind of a pretty low-key way of telling your son, like,
Time to hang it up.
fucking hell, dude.
Benelli series was cool. I'd like to see that come back.
Yes.
Speedboarding Outlaw, Barrett Junction. Sick. Metal made in Italy.
Dude, I thought you were the coolest kid on the block when you won Barrett in the rain that one year, because I wasn't there. And then the next year was my first time at Barrett. And you, like, wrecked so hard.
Yeah.
And you, like, couldn't get it together that weekend. You were so mad. And I was just like, damn, I thought Danny was going to smoke these guys.
Back, that was me in front of Danny.
Wow.
Docks. Looks
Yep. It looks so smooth. It's like it's new.
I mean, look, I was in my tuck, probably coming around the corner.
Wait, what year is
almost.
this? What year?
This is like 2000.
2001.
2001.
Wow. Yeah, that's a nice road right there.
Here's a 2003 podium shot with me and Danny,
Thank you, though.
Clutie.
You can throw your stuff in there if you need to keep it cool.
Danny's got the plaque right there. I've still got mine in the garage
Okay,
too.
yeah, here's like the lead up picture.
Oh, there's Golter, huh?
Golter just smoking us.
Yeah. And then there's Clutie in the back, Rob LeBlanc, the start officiator
Oh, I remember
for
Rob
Danger
LeBlanc.
Bay.
He was at Barrett?
Yeah.
Rob LeBlanc.
I've got a picture of him. He asked my dad.
Oh, he's the one who had the big arrow helmet, right?
Yeah.
I've got it.
Do you?
Yeah.
The big mushroom tip?
Yep.
The one from Pikes Peak?
Well, I don't know. Is it not his landing
Here's a
ham?
picture.
Is it a different one?
Here's a picture of Gary smoking everybody.
Oh, yeah, Hardwick. Yeah, this arrow helmet. He was way out in front of it. Those are some good pictures. Look at the road. Look how it looks.
Looks pretty nice through there, huh? Yeah, it's 20 years down the road almost, so.
Anybody know how old this pavement actually
Hardwick
is?
and Eli Smouse and Danny.
He said they've met that was the same day they met.
This is after Red Bull.
Can you believe that? It's the same day they met, and that's what kind of friends they already were, Eli and Danny.
John, here's a picture of you, I believe, at Pikes Peak. Before the incident.
Before I got wrecked out. Yeah, I was in the back there. But I was in the lead on that one when I got taken out. Got my ankle busted.
And you got a lot of pictures.
Oh, Danny brought the goods.
Yeah, you got a shitload, dude.
I can't even hold them all. There's pictures of Cavey. Remember Caveman?
Here's a good one from Pikes Peak.
Maryland, Randall's.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here, Rob LeBlanc with his arrow helmet in the back.
Right.
That's me, Rob McKendry, Doug Dupin, and Rob LeBlanc.
I raced
Pikes
against
Peak,
Daryl there.
2001.
I remember, and I wiped out with. Was that 2001? Somehow or another, we got tangled up and went down. Gary had a good touch.
Oh, there's
blurry
another podium, the same one.
Shit, I'll have to get another one made and get it sent to you or something.
Oh, this is. Remember EDI? Didn't they mark the road out before their race?
No, that was IGSA World
Oh, IGSA World Cup marked out
We
the.
Came to Barrett and like tried to mark all the hazards?
Yeah,
The whole road?
the whole road, the whole road, top to bottom, they marked it.
We came out 2 weeks before and camped out here, and they had
Did you
already
see that
done
picture?
Yeah, I remember the footage
The-
was great
the-
watching that. You're like, what's
The
that orange
hazard.
circle?
Orange stuff everywhere.
whoa.
Yeah, look, he's going right through the
That
middle.
was the year we stole a keg.
And he's
from
going right through the middle of the
restaurant I
big,
worked at.
big
And
patch.
Brought it to Barrett, and I almost got banned from IGSA for life.
Whoa. For what?
For stealing a keg from the old restaurant I worked at and bringing it to Barrett and just handing cups out.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, dude. That was when San Diego caught on fire.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. And everyone took off early.
The
but they
gravity
all
bike
were
guys.
hanging out.
Look at that
Yeah, there's
trailer,
Rob
dude.
right there. He was like asking my dad to take pictures. That's when Landyachts was first giving him boards.
Go ahead, dig in.
Tell me the funniest campo story.
Oh, okay. So, at Campo, 1999, this is before I was a legitimate downhill skateboarder competing. I went out there to just watch the race and hang out, and I also met up with a guy that built the street luge for me. It was the first time I'd ever actually been on a luge.
So this year, Campo 99?
Yeah, Campo 99.
Okay, so you went out there to
To just watch, hang out, and kind of see what was going on. And there's my friend and I, Brad. We were in the back of the truck, thought it was so cool. There's the ambulance I would have been in later. So I got a street luge, and it was the first time I'd ever really done anything on it. So I was paddling around and I was kind of doing this and not realizing what I was doing, and I set my hand on top of the wheel, and obviously the wheel rolled, and my fingers went and just stopped and just drug, and I went like this. Both of these fingers, this one down to almost the tip of the bone, and then this one just fingernail ripped off completely. And it was like, oh wow, that's not something that's going to heal itself, you know? So I went to the ambulance. They were on lunch break at the race, and I said, hey guys, this is what's happening. They were like, oh my god, we got to get you to the hospital, but we need to shut the race down so another ambulance can get here. That way they can keep doing the race, because we have to have an ambulance here. And that's when my dad said, you know what, I was a fireman, I'll just take him to the emergency room. So we went to the emergency room, and I had to get it x-rayed, and the emergency room was at a hospital that was closing down. There was a guy that got in a car accident right across the street. He walked in with a huge welt on his head and looked at my sister and said, I think I know you. Mind you, my sister's from Ridgecrest. We were in rural San Diego at the moment. So, yeah, I almost shut down an EDI race by running my fingers over on a street luge.
Oh my goodness. So here, talk me through these campo photos, because this is that year, right?
Yeah, same year.
So
That's Manu Atuna. You can see Gary's helmet and his board right there.
yeah.
You can see Gary's board with that aluminum channel.
All right.
He used to rock.
Who's in the background?
Frank Waterhouse.
Whoa. So Frank Waterhouse had a Dot Go Fast?
I believe it was his friend Darren Kessing.
Oh, I asked you this yesterday.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he used to rock it pretty frequently. Here's a photo of Frank Waterhouse not rocking a Dot Go Fast. That's something else.
This is Frank Waterhouse.
That's Frank.
That's I don't know what that is.
Really?
Yeah, that's a
Oh, with your Azonic.
1970 special.
Nice.
Biker Sean Mallard. I believe that's Jerry.
That's Randy
Madrid's
Madrid
son.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because I've only met him
Looks
one
just
time,
like
but it
him.
looks just like Jerry. Yeah.
And he crashed with Rick Clutie at that race.
Oh. So this is Todd Lair.
And Manu Atuna.
Cool.
Manu ended up being part of Team Dregs, and Manu got boards from Sector 9. He was kind of a proponent of downhill skateboarding in Europe at the time. He was one of the first dudes that was throwing slides into corners.
Right. I met him
I recall.
at Paragoods in 2015.
Yeah.
He came out to watch, and he no one knew who he was. I didn't know who he was. He introduced himself to me.
He's an animal. Just a big burly dude.
Yeah, he was huge.
That's Dane Van Bommel, Sean Mallard. I'm not too sure on the guy in third.
So that's start line. That's what Rat Salt in the middle. Jimmy Flint.
Jimmy Flint. Not too sure on that guy. He came out to a few races. I can't remember. his
Freshy
name.
suit. Rick Clutie in the
Rick
background.
Clutie, Reed Lowry.
Okay.
And I think once again Frank.
Nice.
I mean, it was them boys.
Right.
There's Biker.
That's just
during
classic.
qualifying.
Classic biker. Flame
The
job.
speed suit on.
Right. He wore speed suits.
Mark Golter.
So was Golter super fast at that point?
Yes.
Because when I watch videos from that era, it's like Mark Golter's the only one who tucks with his leg behind the other leg all the time. He locks his knee.
And at that time, Mark was in really good shape.
Right. He's over 6 foot and
Broad
probably weighed 200
shoulders.
pounds.
Yeah, and he was training super hard, and he was doing a lot of.
He
really
ran
cool
that K-Rams
stuff.
game plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a vision.
So here, who's this?
Dave Bryant.
So that's Caveman.
Caveman.
Sick.
Frank Waterhouse again.
Yep.
Eli Smells.
Cool.
I have a few more. Oh,
God, I
here's
can't
some
wait
more.
to hear Jacobs.
We got Pikes Peak, 2001. Me. Looks like Rob McKendry. Aaron Pass, I believe, from Seattle. He used to hang out with Lee Danzy. And not too sure that is in fourth. There's Rick Clutie, Billy Quinn. I think that was a European rider. I can't remember his name.
But he like looks away and then he just doesn't care, you know. It's
gonna-
like that dog. He like.
There's Aaron Pass.
So was he the one who was 16 when you were 18?
Yes.
Okay.
He was the one that came up to me and said, "Well, I'm the youngest one."
Whoa, hold on.
So this
is classic.
This is crazy. This is a picture of Eli, Smouse, and I just being jerks. And we were in the VIP booth at the Red Bull race. So we put... Eli's got Jimmy Flint's helmet on. I've got Gary's helmet on. Eli's on Jimmy's board. I'm on Gary's. We're just like, oh, dude, we're pro athletes. Ha ha ha. Well, Eli ended up getting that helmet. He bought that helmet from Jimmy. He let Stryker use it. Stryker destroyed
smashed it.
Yep. And I ended up getting this helmet after Gary passed away. So
Wow.
it's kind of a crazy picture.
Other ones as far as like that was when we were living together and they just fought over equipment.
Let's see, what else?
Red Bull.
Yes, more Red Bull. I took pictures of like every bit of the hill.
So they marked out the road there too. They like circled that pothole.
It didn't matter.
Right. It never matters.
You don't ever look at any of that stuff.
I love the way those tracks look when they line the whole thing with like 3 levels of hay.
Yeah.
It looks so pro.
Dude, it looks awesome. And then we were jamming over a bridge over the freeway. It was wild. There's some footage on YouTube.
Yeah. I've seen it. It's got Chapit in it talking, right?
When he outpushed Daryl and
Yep.
Jimmy. Yep. So yeah, here's just pictures of us kind of scoping the hill. That was a cool race. Lee Danzy picked me up from the airport, and you know, here's Jimmy Flint. He's a little cold. This was the turn. We had a start ramp, so it went to kind of a left and then a right, and that's the footage of Chapit coming
He
out of that
pushes
turn
on the flow flat bit.
Yeah, it kind of, you see it coming over, and then it dove down. This is over the freeway where that fence is. Boom, boom, into that huge righty, or lefty, I'm sorry.
Cool.
Yeah, this is Dave Kelly from Australia.
Oh.
He invented some aero helmets for a time.
You know what?
The one that Daryl rode in the Gravity Games.
Yeah.
The purple one with that weird mouth thing. He was making them in...
Daryl offered to sell me that a while ago, but he wanted like $1,800. And I was like, no.
He probably gave Dave $400.
Right, even still, like, I'm not saying it's not worth it. I just
Right.
couldn't pay it.
Yeah. So he was making aero helmets back then.
That's cool, though.
That
So
crazy shape.
a skater making them.
Yeah.